Hey everybody, welcome back to LudiaTV. I'm Brandon Lee, and I get the wonderful job of being the host, and I get to talk with this smart guy today, Scott LeFante from Ludia. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So we're at Field Service Palm Springs. It's beautiful. It's blue skies. The sun's out. We're learning a lot. Tell me what's going on here this week.
Well, what isn't going on really? It's a lot of conversation around the buzz, AI. Right, and so we're seeing a lot of sessions around AI and field service, and really the evolution of field service, especially around the technician.
Yeah, that's AI. I mean, the last several times we've talked, it's AI, it's AI, AI. What are some of is there anything new that you're hearing that's going deeper than just AI? What's happening?
Yeah, what we're starting to hear is a lot around the predictability and prescriptive service. So really having the technicians do less of the thinking, more hands-on the equipment, and having the system tell them what they need so they can properly service equipment.
So everything really comes down to helping the technicians be more efficient, which saves companies money, and being more efficient creates a better user experience as well for the end users. That sound about right?
That sums it up precisely. Perfect.
Look at that. You think I've interviewed a few people at this event already to hear what's going on. Well, Ludia did a workshop yesterday, and you did it with Bobby Honeycutt Jr. from Vixo. Tell us a little bit about that workshop.
So the workshop was really all about AI and Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, and how to get started with your journey, right? What are the challenges and barriers to getting going? What's the opportunities that organizations have by implementing Copilot for their field service journey? And so we spoke a lot about those areas, and then really had the participants get to work on a worksheet. And so started putting, pen to paper to say, okay, where do I get started and what are my challenges?
Yeah, that was great. We had a full room, lots of people, lots of excited people, lots of nervous people as well. And I think that the workshop element and getting them to start thinking through it was really beneficial for them. Heard a lot of comments coming out. What were some of the things that you heard as that workshop ended?
One of them is, hey, this was great. We just need to get started. Right? The biggest fear is the unknown. And so I think by having them put everything on paper and having the conversations and having some of our experts from either Ludia or Microsoft at the table, helping them realize that the fear is okay. And it's okay to fail, but get started. And so I think there was a lot of buzz around that saying, okay, hey, now we know how to get started. Let's get going.
Yeah, that get started, fear of failure, uncertainty. And then I think the other question I heard a lot is, well, where do we start? What do you tell people? They're like, we want to start. We're just not sure where. What advice do you have for them?
Mine is pick your top one or two areas that are really your challenges. And so we heard a lot around scheduling or the technician experience, sort of the Vixo story, right? And so pick one or two of those and get going in those areas. Don't look at everything as a totality in all of your problems, but pick your top two and then start the journey. And then you can expand out.
Can you share with us from the Vixo experience and what Ludia is doing and supporting them and working with them? What is one thing that they did that initially that they're beta testing, they're getting started, so others can hear like this is a good way to start?
I think the best thing that they really did is, we did a proof of concept, right? So we took some of these smaller pieces of, hey, this is what we want to prove out, and let's just go ahead and get started, and let's see if this is really where we want to start our journey. And so we did that several months ago and proved it out and said, okay, now we know exactly where we want to go. That's the key. And I think that was the benefit of doing that, because now we have that path forward.
And what are some of the benefits? Ludia Consulting, I mean, you're leading the way, you're finding out where all the pitfalls are, you're learning a lot. What are some of the benefits for companies in working with a Microsoft partner like Ludia Consulting?
The big thing, and this is what we heard yesterday, is don't go it alone. You don't need to. And so when you have the backing of a Microsoft and a Ludia Consulting, you have expertise at your fingertips. So we have Microsoft, obviously, that's building the platform, building the technology, and we bring their experts to the table because it's evolving. And then we're working hand in hand with Microsoft all the time. So our experts come in and help out our companies and our customers to basically get them to the next level.
Can you share with us one of your customers? It's you're working with Microsoft in tandem. You're doing some of this initial AI work with Copilot. Could you share with us one of those examples and how it's playing out?
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, it's all starting with that journey. So we start with understanding the requirements, and we start understanding where their end goal wants to be, and we start putting that together, and it's the journey is, we don't go off in a black box. We're working hand in hand, side by side with our customers and showing them the iterative results. And I think that's what gets customers really excited, is that we're not off in the corner and then coming back. We're working with them, and we're showing them what it can do. And the experiences have been extremely positive. And I think that's the big thing, is working with our customers side by side and educating them on the technology as well. And so it's a win-win. So it's really exciting.
Yeah. So what I hear is that you're doing it with them, but you're doing it for them, but you're doing it with them. You're side by side. So it gives them confidence every step of the way.
Absolutely. And that's our biggest thing, is right. We don't want to go ahead and do it on our own per se. We want our customers to be involved every step of the way, and part of that is educating them.
Excellent. Well, Scott, thanks for spending time with me. I know we got a busy event. We're in between. I have one more question if you're open for it, though.
I'm open.
Okay, so yesterday, Hector Teada from Microsoft kicked off the keynote, and it was a really fascinating. He had great stuff. Do you want to share a little bit about what you heard, what you learned in that keynote?
Yeah, for me, it was a game changer. I mean, the biggest thing is Microsoft's investment in AI and Copilot and what they're doing with mixed reality, and including Copilot in there. I mean, Microsoft is full speed ahead, and what I'm hearing is that investment is not going away. It's just going to keep building and building and building. So it's really exciting times.
Yeah, and I would imagine that this time next year, Field Service Palm Springs, the conversation is going to be totally different. What do you expect we're going to be talking about this time next year? I know, you got a crystal ball?
That's a really good question. I mean, I'm envisioning that there's still going to be some of those customers that are hesitant in terms of their AI journey. So I don't think we'll get too far off of AI, but I think it's going to be AI on steroids next year in terms of what we're seeing it can do next year versus where it is today. It's going to be evolutionary.
Yeah, one more question. I know I keep saying that, but you're making me think of things. What do you say, customers that are here this year, they're still nervous, they're going to play the wait and see game. What advice do you have for them?
Start having the conversations now. Find a partner you can trust, or a partner that is experienced in AI. Come talk to myself or my team at Ludia. We'd be happy to do a free workshop for you as well in terms of what AI can do for you.
There you go. Well, there you have it, everybody. Live, not live, we're recorded, but we're talking live at Field Service Palm Springs. I'm Brandon Lee for LudiaTV. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next episode.